Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Jess Cordry is back to give guest co-hosting another shot. Scotty Mays comes by with Gary Ganella to promote Friday's show, and Maddie McGoach secretly brightens our teeth. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, I heard that coughing right off the bat, and I thought, is this a soccer game?
Is this a soccer game?
Hey, it's
come on in, sir.
Once again, it would be time for the live rate. Why do you sniffing the microphone? Because there aren't any ashes to spill.
Well, he's drinking Monster. I'm thinking maybe there's some spittle.
Hey, it's time for the live radio show. In case you didn't catch that because what other show opens that way?
Right.
Ooh.
Squeak that again. I like that.
You like that?
It was like,
Okay. Now you guys remember this drill. You got to get cheek to cheek, right? So, well, there's three of you. It'll be cheek to cheek to cheek.
He's a lot better feeling. He's a lot better feeling than I am.
Yeah. Better feeling?
Oh yeah, he's pretty muscular.
Oh yeah, he's buff. Anyway, this is a show. This is not soccer.
this is
Although
not
you
soccer.
wouldn't tell, you wouldn't be able to tell because there's a lot of
coughing and
a lot of crap going on here too. Just hopefully nobody gets kicked in the balls and goes down with an
It's
injury.
as hot as your dad in here right now, dude.
My dad is hot. Thank you for noticing.
I know.
Anyway, my guest co-host for the week is sitting in here. Jess Cordry is back.
Morning, everybody. And he's right. I'm sweating like a pregnant nun. It is extremely hot in this room.
And he thinks it's still morning for some reason.
Yes,
Did you just
yes.
wake up? Are you a third shifter?
No. That's my typical greeting is
Oh,
morning.
typical.
Yeah.
Typical. Yeah.
All right.
And Scotty Mays. Scotty Mays
Hey,
is back again for a second week in the hot box.
In the hot box. That used to have a different meaning.
Yeah. And
But
now
this
it
is
doesn't.
literally
Yeah, this is
the
literally
hot box.
Yeah. And he's brought other guests that I did not even know were on the way in.
Well, this was
because this was supposed to be a live radio show.
Well, this guy's looking
once
for
more.
housing. He's homeless. He was
I was
outside.
Okay.
I was told the student union could help me out with some housing.
Most unions aren't that helpful these days.
They're not working out that way.
You'll probably have to get a little closer.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Don't be scared of Scotty there. Yep.
Again?
Just help him a little bit there. Well, anyway,
You said that wasn't until after I was on the show.
right. You have to get on the show first.
That's right.
Somehow,
That's
yeah.
right. I have my standards.
So Gary
Ganella.
Ganella.
Yes.
I was going to say it backwards.
That's okay.
And,
That's all right.
not
It's
an
been pronounced many
alligator,
ways.
But Gary Ganella
Yes.
is in. Now you're hosting this show, the stand-up comedy night.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. Yeah, take that. You can move that around a little bit. You don't. Scotty doesn't have to rule the microphone the whole time.
Well, he's a little bit of a control freak, but that's okay. We're going to work with it.
Yes.
We're doing this comedy show. It's really got several different parts and pieces to it. But Mark Lundholm is an internationally known comedian that is coming in on Friday night, the 28th. The show starts at 6 with our own Scotty here, and he puts on a real good show. I've seen him several times. But then Mark
You're
is
still
gonna,
talking about Mark, right?
Oh, well, I'm still hoping for that favor, So
Right,
anyway, then Mark is going to do the show, but we are doing this as a benefit. There's a nonprofit group called Ohio Citizens Advocates for Addiction Recovery, and they do advocacy work at the state level. I'm on that board, and all the proceeds are going to go to them. This will be a little bit of a long intro for me to say hello, but
That's all right.
the very next day, we also have a bus that I've gotten Woodhaven Residential Treatment Center to pay for that's going to shuttle people from Dayton down at the old St. E's building to Columbus, Ohio for the statewide recovery rally in Columbus. And then that'll come back at 4, and Mark Lundholm has also agreed to MC that for us.
Cool.
So it's a whole weekend of events, but this guy, I don't know if
That doesn't play well on radio.
Yeah.
Holding up,
I'm gonna hold a sign up to the microphone. Look real close. Listen really well.
Listen real good to this
But
sign.
you said on that thing over there, you were going to be able
Here,
to.
I'll hold it up.
Yeah.
I'll hold it up for Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Since it's the only way my show goes live anymore.
Facebook Live.
there it is. There it is right
Yeah.
there, Facebook fans.
And just tonight, I'm going to say this.
40 pounds.
It's $20 pre-show, $25 day of the show. We also have over 60 people that we're letting in free from treatment centers and other people that are indigent and not able to afford, because we want to show them how much fun recovery can be. But I'm going to add starting tonight, if you have the code with you, Celebrate Recovery, instead of it being $25 day of the show, you can still get your ticket for $20.
There you go.
And you
Awesome.
can't beat that. And
What was that code again?
that code again was Celebrate Recovery. And if you say Celebrate Recovery 3 times, you'll still just get your ticket for $20.
So now you're hosting the event.
Yes.
Are you a comedian as well, or
I'm working my craft a bit. I've given him a few
okay.
jokes. I am
somebody
actually,
needs to?
Yeah. He needs a little work. There's a couple good ones in there.
We
But
love you, Scotty.
I feel it. I feel it.
I can't stand you, but everybody else seems to like you. Okay, but yeah, actually, I'm putting together 5-10 minutes to do an open mic, and
Cool.
It's just I've done community theater. I just like to do stuff, and that's just now I want to do that.
Well,
so.
that's how I started in comedy. Actually, was
Yeah.
through community theaters where I started. and
Okay.
I didn't have time to do more stage plays, so I started doing comedy.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of problems, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. I'm figuring it's a sort of a masochistic thing, that I want to be just tortured, and so I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah, that's how it feels a lot of times.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, so you should do a radio show
Woo!
at some point.
It's that or soccer.
Because this doesn't really count. This is a podcast right now. That's what I was saying when I got that email. I said I signed up for a live radio show. If I wanted to do a podcast in the basement of a radio station, I'd just do it at Wiley's because we're in the basement of the radio station.
Yeah.
So here we are in a little hot closet. I think that's a good name for this
Hot
episode.
closet.
I'm still wondering what your dad looks like, but
Closet.
it's hot closet.
That's a good throwback right
How
there.
about that?
Or callback.
Yeah,
Or
callback.
throwback.
It's a throwback. It's a
old,
callback to the
it's
throwback.
An old thing, yeah.
Just throw it back.
Anyway.
Man.
Yeah, well, you weren't even here for last. We got to talking about the Hot Pockets last episode,
Oh, I just know the comedian.
and
that
that's
does.
Yeah.
that's how that was. That's how that worked out.
That's why it was a callback.
That's why it's a callback.
Yeah.
Jess, you ever done one of those?
I'm not no holler back girl, so I know.
But so you're not even a callback girl or a call girl.
Yeah, well, it depends. You offer me enough money, I'll do a lot of things.
$20 is $20.
I've heard.
So I've seen.
Yeah, 20
Where do we
bucks.
go from here, Scotty?
Well, honestly, I want to apologize to my daughter because I built this show up and didn't necessarily prepare her.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. She's not listened to an episode?
She has listened, so you say radio,
Right. Where
Right,
You're like,
and you're
should
going to go
be
do a
in
radio
show.
Yeah.
In a radio station.
and this is like
and the production, in an actual
the
like,
vault of
on-air booth.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Right, I'm pretty sure Dr. Fever had a better setup than what we had.
It's kind of like explaining to your kid you're taking them to Disneyland and you take them to the county fair.
Right.
Yeah. That seems
Same
right.
ratio of freaks,
That
actually.
seems right.
You got the fat man, the tattooed guy, the bald
bearded.
one.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
If one of us gets hurt, is that a freak accident?
I think that.
And this is why he hasn't done comedy yet.
Well, that's why he keeps giving you his jokes, Scotty,
Yeah.
because nobody else will take them.
Yeah, I got to do something with him.
You can use this one if you want.
Yep, thanks.
But thanks for being here, Maddie. Thanks for being my support tonight. I may need you to talk me off the ledge later.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row you get to do this with me, Scotty.
Man.
You are.
I like you though, Don.
It's a good thing.
If we're going down in the ball flames, we're going down together, buddy.
Oh, absolutely. I love it.
All right.
See, I almost want to put that original intro back in.
I think you should.
I think I should too, but What were you going to say, Jeff?
I said, if you go down in ball flames, I won't spill your ashes, I promise.
Or snort them.
Yeah, or snort them. Snort Scotties. That might.
Yeah, you might get something.
He's
out of
been
that.
clean
Probably
for
will
a
get
while,
something out of
so
that.
it's probably-
I hear there's some Percocets stuck somewhere.
6 of them, actually.
Yeah. Well, now you'll just get all the energy drink. You'll be wired for like months.
You'll be able to take apart any electronic you have. The only problem is you won't know how to put it back together.
I don't even know where to go from here now. So how long?
I've
already. How long have you been doing theater and all that? What got you into that? We'll go back to the new guy for the group.
the new guy
the
for
new
the group.
guy.
Well, I actually have been doing some parts of theater since high school, which was about 230 years ago.
Okay. They had high schools back then.
Well, we took the
one-room
horse and
schoolhouse.
buggy there, and it was a one room. And I did lights and sound.
Just
That's
because
all.
you take a horse and buggy there and it's only one room doesn't necessarily mean it's a schoolhouse.
That's where my uncle was taking me. Oh, it makes so much sense now.
Yeah, that's I knew there was something.
But he had
You're
such
from
good
Kentucky?
candy. And yes, I am from Kentucky.
Well, that's
Yeah.
I kind of have a sick sense about
Yeah.
sick sense about
Six,
these
yes.
things.
So I did lighting and sound for several years, Dayton Theater Guild and Trotwood
no
Circle
kidding.
Theater. Yeah.
We might have worked together before.
Who knows? I don't think you're quite as old as I am, but that's.
Well, I appreciate
Look at-
that. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah.
Just for men works for him.
Clearly not. There's a lot of gray in this beard.
You got to keep it subtle, though. You can't go all the
Yeah,
way.
you
Yeah. Big black, dark. Yeah. And then in around 98, 99, my son wanted to do theater because his cousin made $300 in a commercial. So
Well, that's a good reason.
good motivation. I'm okay with it. And I called around, and Brookville Theater was doing Oliver, which is a great kids play. He
And
got
Brookville Theater's a great theater too. Now, was that
Yeah.
was that after they got the one
the
new
new
one
one
in the park
yeah,
built?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was the new theater, and I went over there, and he got a call back. So I'm standing there like I'm going to be here every night anyway, so I might as well just try out. And I asked when the adult tryouts were, and they told me, and I was going to be out of town, and I told them, well, never mind. They said just a minute, and they came back and said the director wants you to try out right now.
Nice.
So I'm out there with 10, 11, 12-year-old kids doing dance steps. Consider yourself well in, and just doing what I can do, and trying to, I felt like a fool, but I went for it.
Well, it's a musical, so feeling like a fool is natural.
Yes.
So
he's
Okay,
not-
I did
hold
theater.
on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Mr. Scotty Mays has.
Well, he's not being honest. Basically, what the tryout was, there was a black leather sofa,
So this is a
and
casting
there was a
couch,
camera
typical
on the
casting
desk.
couch,
Yeah.
And
Sorta,
he made
not,
me sing.
not entirely unlike what we have here.
So that started it.
You tapping out? Just tapping out.
So
You've been on the casting couch before, haven't you?
So after the director got done abusing me on the couch, they offered me the part of Bill Sykes, which is a pretty major role in that, and I'd never been on stage in my life.
Oh, wow.
I'd all done behind the stage stuff. But I just felt, and I was really happy because Bill Sykes doesn't sing
Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
in the movie. In the play,
yeah.
he comes out with a solo. And but he told me it's not my job to worry about how good I am. He picked me, and I'm just do the best I can.
Yeah, there you go.
And I fell in love with it, and I got on their board. I was doing directing and acting, and I got
wow.
that
So
first.
you went all in.
Oh yeah, that first play though was cool because my dad and my son and me, all three had parts. And so we're.
I think I might have worked with. Was your son involved in Wait Until Dark?
I think he might have been.
I was in that.
Okay.
So yeah, we were.
Yeah.
We have worked on some of the same stages. There you go.
Well, one of the classic moments was
because I remember you now.
Yeah.
You weren't on stage for that one. Were
Yeah.
You? But
No.
your son was. He played one of the police officers.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Ha ha! Small world. Ha! Small world.
Was that you in the corner of the director's office when I tried out? Was that you standing
I was
there?
on the couch next to you. You have a terrible memory.
And then he enjoyed it so much, he's like, please, sir, can I have some more?
Please, sir.
And then his uncle was like, more?
Oh, that's hilarious.
So me and my dad and my son are getting ready for the show one night. We're all there in the green room. And my dad's looking in the mirror and he says, it's always been my dream to put on my makeup with my son and my grandson.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
No, I've never done a musical, Scotty. In case you're wondering, I don't want to ruin this beautiful voice by singing.
Right.
Well, it's worked so far.
Right. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
You've got a great radio voice.
So is this the Gary Ganella show or is this the Life? I'm just wondering. He's
Anyway,
Scotty,
what I was saying.
He's a guest. You've been here enough. You don't really qualify as a guest anymore, Scotty. You're like part of the furniture. No.
Oh!
You're the couch today, Scotty. You get to be the couch.
Consider yourself well in. Consider
just like furniture. I've had a lot of fluid spilled on me too.
I'm sorry, Scotty.
That's okay. Takes a lot to hurt my feelings today.
feeling. You don't have feelings.
Feelings.
Feeling.
But it is the Gary Ganella show. Yeah. He's the only one talking. Besides, there's only one mic between the three of you.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
You just got to wrestle
Share,
away,
Scotty.
Scotty.
Share what's going on.
How many musicals have you done?
Actually, I did a musical in 3rd grade. I was the lead role. I was Santa Claus. Thank you very much.
You were
Santa doesn't
Claus.
sing.
I was. Oh, yes, he does.
He does when you do it.
Yep, when Scotty's Santa, he's singing.
Now, how about your daughter? Has she done any plays or anything crazy?
Nope.
Yep, I don't think she wants any part of this. Yep.
You
I don't think she wants any part of this at all. I think she's still upset when she's on Facebook Live too. She does.
I have to do Facebook Lives, but
Yeah, that's where you get these pearly whites from. She sells that amazing toothpaste.
Oh well, there you go. There you go.
What kind of,
Oh, what amazing
What
toothpaste.
Yes.
What
Tell
toothpaste
us
is
all.
that?
well, I can't go into specific details, but it is
Why not?
because
Top secret government.
because Amazon likes to
I'm
take
not asking
products
what it was made
and
of. I'm
make
just-
them their own, and so they will do that to our products, and they won't be our products, and the customers will get them, and they won't be the correct product, and the product won't work.
So you can't advertise it,
I can.
just not here.
I can't
you just
say the
don't
name.
want to on this show.
How do we go about getting some of your
You can look me up on Facebook, which is Maddie McGoach, and you can message me, and I will. I'm very fast at getting back to people, so.
Super secret toothpaste.
It really is. I'm really intrigued now. It's working.
It sounds like the Fight Club of toothpaste.
Yeah.
Well, with this
First rule of
toothpaste,
toothpaste. Don't tell
Scotty, did
anybody
you teach
about
her
it.
how to sell this stuff? What you do is you go to a street corner.
Yeah.
You make sure that the exchange isn't
Yeah.
seen by anybody.
Well,
you
you
just want
have
to make
one
sure you
guy
hand them a
out
little bit of
front.
toothpaste. Yep, yeah.
Keep
You
the
got to have a
toothpaste in
lookout.
the-
You got to
yeah,
have a
yeah.
toothpaste lookout.
Yeah. Keep the toothpaste locked up in the bag.
Is it really toothpaste?
yes. It's a
It comes-
toothpaste.
it
It
comes with a
has.
straw.
Would you shush? I hate when people talk over me.
What?
Welcome to the Life Radio Show. Okay, go ahead.
But this toothpaste, it has 0 harsh chemicals. It has no abrasives. What?
I like harsh chemicals.
Oh, well, then my
Yep, I want
toothpaste
teeth
isn't
to
for
be
you.
Salted.
Hang in there.
It literally, I had results in 3 days. I noticed my teeth getting whiter in 3 days. It's only $20 plus $4 in shipping. And
How long does it last?
my tube lasted about 3 months. It's
wow.
4 ounces, and it literally just replaces your everyday toothpaste.
Huh.
All right, I'm sold.
Yeah, I mean,
It has to be credit.
yep. It
Or
has to be in a
PayPal
dark
or
alley.
something. No.
You have to fold that up.
No.
The comedy show.
That's
I'm
Yep.
just saying.
Yep. The comedy
Yeah,
show is
20 bucks.
Friday,
Free sale.
September 28th. Where is it here?
Celebrate Recovery can if you show up, but you don't have to worry about that because you've got $20 right now.
Where's that at?
Yeah, but that's let's see. Well, the fellowship starts at 4:00. That's because it's a recovery show. Yeah, and it's at APB Wright Hall.
1675 Woodman Drive used to be the Union Hall down there.
Scotty, if you don't stop it, they're going to cancel this show and put more sports on.
Have you ever seen the kid that just can't stand it if somebody else gets attention? Have you?
He was trying to steal the spotlight from his daughter. That's all she's doing is trying to sell secret toothpaste.
Yeah. Government issued secret toothpaste.
You know, the secret chemical are tears from failed comedians.
No wonder it lasts so long.
So I've been doing a lot of crying lately.
Those kids will last forever.
I had a good cry today. We got about a case of toothpaste out.
What was that, Scotty?
No, I was just talking about how good of a cry I had today, and we produced a lot of toothpaste.
Yeah, but I have a feeling there's going to be a lot after this show.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too much fun, though. Too much fun.
It's too much. We need to kind of dial it back a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to spend it all in this half hour, and we won't have anything left.
That's longer than I usually last.
Yep, there's another one for you, Scotty. Do you sell him those, or do you just give them to him?
I gave him the last couple of them, but he did give me credit one time for one of them, so I'll give him
there
that
you
much.
go,
Yeah,
there you go.
that's okay.
Well, what I'll do, I'll try.
Yeah,
I'll try
if it
his
sucks.
jokes to see if they work on stage, and if I don't get a response, I'll tell him like, "Dude, that joke sucked."
Yeah, bring
No,
him to the comics hang. 'Cause
That's
we all
when he
want-
gives. That's when he gives me credit. Is if it sucks, he says,
Right,
"Well, that joke
exactly.
was Gary Ganella's anyway."
Yeah, that one wasn't mine.
Yeah.
Now everybody's gonna think I don't write my own material. So disclaimer: I write my own material.
No, I've seen it. He definitely does.
I'm a method actor.
The meth head.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Not anymore. Not anymore, Scotty. You told me you stopped all that.
When you don't sleep for a week, you don't know what's going to come out of your mouth. So
Man,
here it is.
you don't know what's going to go in your mouth. You don't sleep wrong.
Hey, $20 is
All right,
$20.
I think we need to take a break, and I need to adjust the thermostat. Actually,
Yeah, Jess is over here like melting,
Yeah, yeah,
dude.
yeah.
You okay? So like when you laugh and cry, you cry out at the top of your head.
Well, it's like the old roll-ons.
The
You
band,
leave-
the band.
Yeah, the band roll-on. You leave it out in the humidity. It just starts to sweat like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've always been sweaty, even as a kid. And I was on a sales call, and an attorney I was talking
As a
with.
kid,
Yeah, as a kid.
that's crazy.
I was selling lemonade. And yeah,
Was it secretly?
it was Fight Club lemonade. That you had that if you ordered my lemonade through Amazon, it wasn't the real thing. But no, an attorney once said, "Can I get you a squeegee during a sales call?"
When you were a kid?
Yeah, when I was a kid, because I sweat so bad. I mean, it's awful.
They should have used you for the ShamWow commercials.
All right, I think we're going to take a break. Hit the comedy rundown, which I've already pre-recorded. Hey, see, when they actually do give me a little bit of advance notice, I already get stuff done.
You get the funny bone on there for tomorrow night? I'll let you do your job.
Okay. Thanks, Scotty.
You're welcome.
October 3rd.
No, like I said, it's already pre-recorded, so we're just going to stop here in this pre-recorded episode. And then I got to move some stuff around. You'll see the magic, the behind-the-scenes magic that you don't get to see when we're in real radio show. It's only when we're this fake hybrid podcast that you get to see the magic behind the scenes. So we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back here shortly on the Life Radio Show. Don't go anywhere, or go somewhere, but come back.
He rode a blazing saddle, he wore a shiny...
Here's this week's Comedy Rundown, brought to you by the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's historic Oregon District. Call 224-JOKE or go to wileyscomedy.com for all the best in Dayton comedy. Tuesday, September 25th, open mic at Peach's Grill at 104 Xenia Avenue in Yellow Springs. That show starts at 8 p.m. Wednesday, September 26th, open mic at South Park Tavern at 1301 Wayne Avenue. That show starts at 9 p.m. There's also an open mic at J.D. Legends at 65 Miller Drive in Franklin at 8 p.m. and the American Me Comedy Shows at the Dayton Funny Bone at 88 Plum Street at the Green. Thursday, September 27th, open mic at the Spirited Goat at 118 Dayton Street in Yellow Springs. That show starts at 7 p.m. Also an open mic at the Barrel House at 417 East 3rd Street in Dayton. That show starts at 8:30. And as always, the open mic at the Hookah Bazaar at 958 Patterson Road in Dayton. That show starts at 10 p.m. Sign-ups for Sage Time start at 9:30. Friday through Sunday, September 28th through the 30th, Tony Roberts is at the Dayton Funny Bone at 88 Plum Street in the Green. Friday and Saturday, September 28th and 29th, Paul Spratt is going to be at Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in the Oregon District. And Sunday, September 30th, Lofty Aspirations Improv is back at Wiley's Comedy Club. That show starts at 8 p.m. That is it. As always, check out wileyscomedy.com and DaytonFunnyBone.com for details and tickets to upcoming shows. Don't forget to show some love on Monday nights to shows at Hannah's at 121 North Ludlow Street in Dayton and the open mic at Ollie's at 518 Miamisburg Centerville Road.
You know, the only ist I am is a scientist. Stage rocket with a pair of chicken wings. Mister, they're not Mister.
Go, John!
That's the sweet stuff, man. Got a big stage rocket with a pair of chicken wings. Mister from the Mister.
crawling underneath my skin. I felt you when you let yourself in. Breathe now, you have conquered me. Conquer me! I feel your beating heart inside of me. You burn me, wake inside. Why inhale you? No reason. This fever does not have a cure. You're like a drug and I want more. A raging fire inside of me. For you I am down on my knees. You burn me, wake inside. Why inhale you? No reason. The hands of time. Let's not terror. Take these words. Let's stay with truth. Feeling you inside of me. Your beating heart surprising me. You are my fetish. You help me breathe. You are my vision. You are my dying need. I feel your beating heart inside of. Feeling you inside of me. Your beating heart surprising me. You are my fetish. You help me breathe. You are my vision. You are my dying need. Feeling you inside of me. Your beating heart surprising me. You are my fetish. You help me breathe. You are my vision. You are my dying need. Feeling you inside of me. Your beating heart commanding me. You are my dying feeling you inside of me. Your beating heart like me. You are my
Move over, Jimmy Kimmel. Step aside, Conan O'Brien. Back off, Stephen Colbert. It's my turn. I'm Mike Shea, and every Tuesday on my show, Mike Talks Funny, I sit down and talk with comedians, actors, film fans, podcasters, anybody willing to get down, get deep, and get dirty.
I don't remember the first time I had sex. That was horrible. I didn't even finish the first time I had sex.
I've tasted what most comics want, and now I have to go back and eat leftovers.
You're so brave for wearing that shade of lipstick on stage. Oh my God.
Think of Last Comic Standing, and Mystery Science Theater 3000 had a baby, and that's the show.
My online doppelganger is also a larger black man. He is Adrian Miller. All the top results are he's a professor.
Interviews with great people, not to mention all kinds of awesome new music every show.
Hey, this is Don Smith.
This is Scotty Mays.
Hey, this is Kevin Goatee with Comics Watching Comics.
Brought to you by Eventide Entertainment.
All right. We're wasting all of our gems on the break. We're back on the Life Radio Show, because what else would we do? I guess it's not live, so can we call it the Life? Welcome to the Death Radio Show. Welcome to the pre-recorded Life. I wish my life was pre-recorded. You could just go through and edit.
Yeah.
See,
or just fast forward to the end just to see.
That's not very nice. Jeez. Man, pick on you a little bit, now you want to kill me off. Wasn't there a threat of a knife fight earlier?
Yeah, there was. And guns. There were guns.
Man, this is...
Hey, can I give a shout-out to somebody real quick?
Nobody's listening. We're not live.
I know.
Go right ahead.
You get a better reaction from people off the street.
If you shout loud enough, somebody walking by can hear you.
So Ed John's rolling out to L.A. this week.
Ed John, yes.
I just wanted to wish him good luck, and I love him, proud of him, and he's a good dude, man. I'm going to miss him.
I'm going to miss Ed.
So.
Yeah, he was supposed to go to Colorado, and I would have visited him for the
for the edibles.
Yeah, for the edibles. But now California, same thing.
Yeah, you can visit him for the edibles.
They got better ones out there. They don't have those Colorado Rocky Mountain edibles.
That's right.
That's one of my all-time
California
favorite
stuff.
Jokes. You want to hear one of my all-time favorite jokes?
Oh, my God.
It's just a regular joke.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
This is one that Scotty told me. No.
Are we?
Okay.
Is it radio safe?
Yeah. It's
we're not live. I can edit it. But,
it may off somebody, but it shouldn't.
I have to edit that.
Oh, I'm sorry. We can't say that word.
That's one of the 7 words you can't
say. Yeah, I'm not editing it.
Okay. It may. Anyway.
I know the 7 dirty words. I make sure I don't use them.
It is there. It is there. Yeah.
Oh,
yes, it is. See, yeah. And now that we've talked about it, I have to go back and edit it.
So anyway, one of my favorite jokes, because of when Seattle, Washington, and Colorado both legalized gay marriage and marijuana at the same time, we've been misinterpreting the Bible all this time. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, we've been misinterpreting the Bible forever.
Okay, aside from the fact that we've been doing it, for the purpose of the joke, you say, oh, really?
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Yeah. In Leviticus, it says...
I love jokes with coaching.
In Leviticus, it says, when 2 men lay together, they should be stoned. Da-da-boom. See, there's the bada-boom. See, you missed the bada-boom part. That's what makes it funny.
I just think it's funny. Just talking about 2...
Without the bada-boom, you're just stuck with that.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
And that's just no good at all.
Without 2 men laying together and a rim shot? I mean, come on.
Oh, it is rim shot. Okay, sorry. I got... This one can't be aired at all. Now I know why they stick me in a closet
because you're going to come out of the closet eventually.
Yes.
Eventually.
And get stoned.
And lay well anyway.
Anyway,
just go to Colorado and you're fine.
Yeah, or Seattle.
Yes.
Nobody will notice.
That's right. That was an interesting time because I actually thought, I used to grow some pretty good marijuana. Maybe I should move to Seattle because the people are doing that there for a living, and that would be a real bad idea for me. That would be a really bad idea.
To quote a great movie, truly you have a dizzying intellect. Go on.
Wait till I get started. So I can clearly not choose the line in front of you. Love that movie.
I love that movie. Princess Bride.
I have not watched Princess Bride.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
That is inconceivable.
Nice.
Anyway.
Well played, sir.
We should probably go ahead and hit some news stories.
Yes.
My way is not very sportsmanlike.
I love how this creaks when you swivel the mic. That's how old is this room?
I thought that was the desk. I thought that was the computer squeaking when it was trying to record the
That's
show.
my back when I'm leaning forward. It's just like, there we go.
They have the newer of the two boards in here.
Probably. They probably do. Am I even getting any sound on this? What the hell is going on here? Okay, there we go. Let's hit some news stories and try to get rid of my disappointment in my own show. Never doing this show again. The host is terrible. God, sucks. All right. Well, move it on. We'll go topical. Canadian pot shop employee may have just experienced the ultimate bong hit. He used the marijuana smoking apparatus to fight off 3 robbers who were brandishing canisters of bear spray. Because it's Canada. And that's what they had. And yes, it was all caught on video. Thank you for asking. The attempted robbery occurred last Thursday afternoon at the recreational cannabis farmers market in Shannonville, Ontario. Write that down. It's road trip time. When 3 men entered the store with their faces covered. With what? I don't know. The robbers sprayed bear mace on 2 store employees, a man and a woman, but the male clerk didn't let that stop him from protecting the merchandise. Surveillance video shows the clerk grabbing a bong and using it as a weapon. Dude, that's not how you use that. It's a peaceful bong, man. So yeah, you don't expect these things in a pot shop.
Spray.
Bear spray.
I'm still on bear spray.
Yes, it's yeah.
That's in a pot shop, no?
Yeah.
Like.
Well, that's what they used to rob the pot shop. They weren't in there to pick up bear spray.
All right, because that's where I was confused. I was
Yes,
like, why?
Because it's Canada, and you know it's either bear spray or moose spray. That's all you get to hunt.
No hairspray, no Jill,
hairspray.
nothing like that. It reminds me of the story back where I'm from in West Virginia. There was a bunch of sex shops around there because obviously they haven't heard they haven't heard of internet or porn or anything like that, free porn. But they tried to rob a porn shop and a guy got beat off like a 2, and I got beat off. He got beat off with a 2-foot dildo to the head. I mean, the jokes just write themselves.
If I had a nickel for every time I got beat off by a 2-foot dildo.
You might want to look at that as your title.
Which one?
Beat off with a 2-foot dildo.
Good point. I'm writing that down.
2 foot, though. 2 foot.
Was it a double-headed?
Yes, it was for sharing. It was for sharing.
Because, 2 foot, you can't...
Man, I'm
2 foot, that's quite a distance.
I wear a size 14 shoe, so, when you stack 2 of these up, that's
a big dildo.
That doesn't really shock me. That's sad.
Well, you're from West Virginia, so I'm sure you've been beaten off with worse.
Or by worse.
2 foot doesn't shock you.
Yeah, it's the shocker that shocks him.
Yeah, it's that pinky that does it. This cannot be aired at all.
At all.
Technically not the pinky, but the ring.
But
it's the ring finger. The shocker's not the pinky.
We are not having this conversation. Is this really happening?
Never mind.
It's not to be wide. This quiet radio.
All I can say is taint the ring finger. Yeah, now you.
Hey, I've been wrong. Gonna be a long day, folks.
Yeah, we got plenty of time left for you to be wrong again.
Good.
Oh man. Sometimes I love this show. A high school football coach in Los Angeles has been canned for not telling parents that 2 students allegedly spiked the water at a team practice with a male enhancement drug. Luis Barajas was fired August 7th as coach of the Bernstein High School varsity football team in Hollywood after he was investigated for an alleged July 12th incident where 2 students put the drug in the junior varsity team's water. An investigation by the Los Angeles Unified School District discovered that the coach didn't bother to notify school officials or parents that the players had possibly ingested contaminated water until 2 weeks later. Quote, no parent complaints were received. That's just weird. Sorry. No parent complaints were received at Bernstein. School police were not involved. No testing of the alleged contaminated water took place, and there were no student illnesses reported. The district's general counsel's office said in a statement.
Wait a minute.
Yes, there were no.
Johnny had to go to the hospital for a surprise erection that lasted longer than 4 hours.
There were no parent complaints, which is a good thing because that would have been really.
That would have been creepy.
Just wait, never mind.
What is that? 2 foot long?
I hope they don't beat me up with it.
In West Virginia, you'd have heard complaints.
Get off me! You're not my cousin.
All righty.
Oh, it's pandemonium.
So hard not to say anything.
Well, why not? Everybody else is just vomiting.
Yeah, must have been really hard on the team. That's all. That's just...
Oh.
9 months later, there's going to be some family complaints.
Yeah.
Does this mean that their cups runneth over?
Phew.
What was the name of that high school again?
Bernstein. Like the Bernstein Bears.
Oh, I don't know. I heard those jocks were strapped, though.
I got nothing.
Okay. Bernstein.
Bernstein.
It's pretty good.
Yep, Bernstein High School. Well, that's what it said. Yeah. Might have been Bernstein.
Were they signed up for Penn State? Were they all going there for?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Ew.
Well, I'm telling you that.
OH.
Too soon.
Too soon. Border Collie.
Not a fear buckeye.
See, now we're on to Border Collie.
Lassie!
Yep, a Border Collie who served as the mayor of a small Kentucky community for 8 years.
This must be where Gary's uncle.
Yep.
Uncle Lassie.
Yep, a Border Collie who served as mayor of a small Kentucky community for 8 years died Monday at the age of 12. Lucy Lou was elected mayor of Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. An unincorporated community with a history of electing dogs as mayors. In 2008, according to the Cincinnati Enquirer, the first female dog to hold the tradition, Lucy, appropriately campaigned with the slogan, "The bitch you can count on." And since it's a dog, I can say that. The fluffy dog stepped down as mayor in 2016, and Pitbull... What are we talking about? We're recording a radio.
We're
are you selling more toothpaste?
Shh, don't say anything.
The fluffy dog stepped down as mayor in 2016, and Pitbull Bryneth Paltrow was subsequently elected to the position. The Rabbit Hash Historical Society, I love that name. The Rabbit Hash Historical Society periodically holds mayoral elections to fundraise for various community projects. Votes cost $1 each, and everyone can vote as many times as they want, kind of like America. In 2008, Lucy Lou beat out, quote, 10 other dogs, a cat, an opossum, and a jackass for the coveted position, according to the Historical Society. I'm going to see how many times the GM calls me about this episode, because these are animals, folks.
Come on, people.
Yep, I know it's Kentucky, but they still count as animals.
This episode's already blown the soccer game out of the water.
I'd say the soccer game's blown itself.
Awful lot of blows going on around here.
Without the use of male enhancement drugs.
Or a 2-foot. Because they're all much taller than that.
There's some 5'8" from 6 foot dildos on the team. I don't know. I should probably bleep that out, but I won't. Oh man!
I love to hear other
Sometimes
people's
this show
resentments.
hurts.
Yeah. Working itself out. Yeah.
This is the best processing group I've ever been to, man.
All right, moving on.
So nothing about the dog mare from anybody, really. We have all these pros, and
we
nothing.
got stuck on the soccer team.
You're the only person has been stuck on that soccer team.
That's because my show got canceled.
You know, I feel much better about my life now. I'm just throwing it out there.
That's really what I'm here for. Make my guests feel better about their own crap. The University of Louisiana at Lafayette research facility revealed a monkey escaped due to a, quote, cage failure and is on the loose. The university said in a Facebook post that the 12-pound rhesus macaque
his first name was
12-pound and 2 foot.
Was his first name Pat?
If you had a Boston accent, that'd be even worse. Anyway, back to macaque.
That's so stupid.
The university said. The university said in a Facebook
quick, Madison,
post.
get the jar. I got tears for your toothpaste.
Yeah, but those aren't tears of sadness, Scotty. So
true.
they
That
won't
might
whiten your teeth at all. Secret or no secret. The university said in a Facebook post that the 12-pound rhesus macaque, quote, was missing
2 foot long.
Was missing due to a cage failure. My guess somebody put some enhancement drugs in the water. Yeah. He busted right out. The cage failure that occurred Saturday at the New Iberia Research Center and was last seen Sunday morning near the New Iberia Sugarina. The post said the monkey was heading toward a nearby wooded area when it was last sighted. How do they know? How do they know his goal? This is a monkey.
It's probably because he was dragging that 2-footer on the ground.
Well, yeah. I mean, in case,
They're like,
in
did a
case
snake
they try to
escape
capture him,
too?
he's got to have something to beat him off with. The post said the animal was born at the center. It is used to people, but is not a pet and should not be approached. Personnel from the center are actively working on recapturing the animal and getting beat off by him.
He's probably headed to Rabbit Hat.
He's headed to Rabbit Hat.
He wants to be mayor.
Yep. He can get a reprieve if
Yeah.
I don't want to go back.
He's just going to go on to council first and then work his way up to mayor.
Yeah, good job, man. Good job. We're on fire here on the Life Radio Show tonight. Can I even call it a radio show anymore? I guess. I mean, it'll be a podcast via radio. All right.
It's the best dumpster fire I've ever been involved with.
It's always a pleasure to have you on, Scotty.
Oh, man. So much fun.
We have one more news story, and then we're going to...
Pat McCann.
We have one more news story, and then Scotty's going to...
Going
to talk about macaques and more. A lesson on how to park a car somehow turned into a swim at the community pool. Maryland's Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service says it found a car sitting in the middle of the city's pool over the weekend following, quote, a driver error during a parking practice session. Photographs posted on Twitter show the car halfway submerged in the pool at the North Creek Community Center, which has been closed for the season. Probably for the car, too. If it hadn't been closed, they probably would have said. Pete Pieringer. Macaque! Pete Pieringer, a spokesman for the service, tweeted that there were no injuries and both people managed to climb out themselves. They manage themselves to climb out of the. Manage to climb out of themselves.
Climb out of themselves.
It's a good thing. Sometimes you get lost in yourself.
Man, there's layers.
Yeah, there's layers when you're driving a car into a pool. He said in an interview. He said in an interview with the Washington Post that a man and a woman in their 50s and 60s were in the car, although it was not clear who was behind the wheel. Probably one of them.
Yeah.
Either that or they left the 50, 60-year-old woman and man in the pool. They were still in the car. Yeah.
That's where that monkey went.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, macaque was driving. Yep, don't drive with macaque. That's
Can you put your hands behind your head, sir, if you answer that way ever?
Oh, man.
This has been so much fun sweating in here with the four of you. I was going to say that when you came in.
I thought we were going to a Dead concert.
Nope, just a Dead radio show.
Okay. Bam, bam.
It just keeps coming back.
I'm telling you.
All right, so before we release you into the wild again through cage failure. One more time, you have your show coming up this Friday, September 28th at where is it again?
What's your number?
Yeah, pull that mic over there and pull that paper over there so you know what you're saying.
I know what I'm saying.
Okay.
There you go. No, go for it, man. Plug away.
Friday night, 4 o'clock doors open. We're going to have hamburgers and hot dogs for $1. Then we're going to open the show up with Scotty Mays at 6 o'clock. It's $20. Pre-sale, $25 day of the show, unless you have the secret code, which is
Pat Macaque.
2-foot dildo. No.
Secret toothpaste.
If you have secret toothpaste, which you get half price.
Yeah.
Celebrate Recovery.
Celebrate Recovery is the code to get the tickets for $20. It's at 1675 Woodman Drive. It's the old IUE Union Hall there on Woodman Drive. And if you call 937-356-9759, that number again is 937-356-9749. But wait, there's more. There's more. We also are going to have door prizes, 50-50 raffle, 2 comedians. You're probably going to run into Pat Macaque. There's a chance of a 2-foot dildo. I'm not promising anything. I'm just saying if you show up, we're going to have a really good time.
That's their goal? Is
well,
to run into Pat Macaque.
Run into Pat Macaque.
And then leave.
Yeah, you can run in to watch the show or you can run into Pat Macaque. It's up to you.
Either way it goes.
He's a spitter, though.
You would know.
You've got something to tell us?
That's from back in his theater days.
Look, the couch was necessary to get the part, okay? Leave me alone. So, if it's also for a really good cause. So, if you feel like supporting, we've also gotten lots of donations to help people. We've got almost 70 people now that are coming for free because we've been able to sell enough tickets to allow treatment centers to come in. So, we're trying to do all this to both raise money and give people new in recovery a chance to see we can have fun and enjoy life without drugs and alcohol.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Maddie, you want to plug your secret toothpaste again? Or
Not secret. Yep.
Don't tell anybody.
You know what?
Oh, that's right.
It's AP24, which is anti-plaque 24-hour toothpaste. You can find me on Facebook, Maddie Magoch. I reply pretty quickly. And yeah.
Spell that last name for us.
Oh, Magoch.
Jess?
And I, Jess Cordry III, will be doing stand-up for the first time in Dayton in almost 2 years.
They let you back?
Yeah, the band is
awesome.
up. The band is up. At the Barrel in Springboro, Wednesday, October 3rd at 7:30 with two other comics who I should know their names since I'm hosting the show, but I'm not going to. Also,
you should probably learn them before.
Yeah, that probably makes sense. And any comics listening, I may need a comic on standby. I can pay for gas, and if we get a good crowd, I can probably pay you more, even if you don't go on stage. And that's all I got, Don. Back to you.
All right, back to me, and we're going to take a break. Actually, we're going to end this segment. We're going to take a little break, and we're going to be back. We're going to be back here shortly with a hopefully a better show. No, no, we're going to be back here shortly. Jess is sticking around. I thought, your guest co-host. That's part of it. Yep, Jess is sticking around because he's sweating to the chair, so he's going to be sticking around. And we're going to be back with Max Kaplan. So we're going to be back here shortly.
Any relation to Gabe?
Or the university?
I can't reveal that information, but that's number one on the list of questions. All right, we'll be back here shortly.
Thanks for listening to the Life Radio Show podcast. Check us out on the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM with a repeat broadcast on Wednesdays from noon to 2, or you can always stream the show live at WWSU1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments, feel free to email the life1069@gmail.com.
It's a peaceful bong, man.